Hi everyone, welcome to my Doodle series episode 9. On my last episode we discussed about negative emotions, and on that emotion we talk about sadness, and this time we'll be talking about guilt. But before that, I would love to tell you that I have made some printable doodle templates which you can use and you can make your own doodle, and the link is in my bio. So just go there and download the templates. You will definitely love them. So now let's talk about an emotion, guilt. Guilt tends to affect us more for what we didn't do than what we did. In fact, people who struggle the most with the guilt are the people who are not actually guilty of something terrible. People who commit heinous acts tend to not feel much remorse. The fact that you feel bad that you could have done wrong by someone is a good sign in itself. However, guilt requires us to look deeply at what behaviors, if any, we feel badly about, as well as what we may have done that was not in our best interest. If we have treated others unfairly, we must be able to admit, apologize, and correct that behavior. However, if the feeling of guilt is more generalized and not specifically relating to any one incident, we need to look closely at who or what made us always feel as though we were wrong or inconveniencing others. Guilt is often an emotion we carry from childhood and then project onto current circumstances when we felt as though we were burdened to those around us. So, this was one of an emotion. Now, let's talk about another one, which is embarrassment. Embarrassment is what we feel when we know that we did not behave in a way that we are proud of. Other people can never make us feel as embarrassed as we make ourselves. When you are truly and completely confident that you are doing the best you can with what you have in front of you, you stop feeling embarrassed at all the time. Sure, others can make you feel bad with their comments or ideas, but even their worst judgments tend to be neutralized when we accept ourselves and feel proud of who we are. If we heard about embarrassment, we will definitely heard about the shame also. But the shame is the shadow of embarrassment. This is when the natural, occasional feeling of being embarrassed turns into a way for us to completely condemn ourselves as human beings and begin to see ourselves as worthless and invalid. When we do not process the feeling of embarrassment, it tends to turn into something far darker. These were the two emotions we talked about today. Do give me feedback whether the interpretation of these emotions are correct or not, because in my belief it's true.